Good afternoon, I'm Dan Hagan. Today in Up North at 4, Jeff and I recap my wild vacation, including a long walk. Then let's dig into our archives to learn a little bit about the history of Manitowish waters. Then it's Wednesday. You know what that means, some Wednesday What video. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Police investigating the death of 10-year-old Lily Peters in Chippewa Falls arrested a juvenile suspect known to the victim. The body of Lily Peters was found Monday morning near a walking trail in Chippewa Falls. Police said her death was a homicide. The Chippewa Falls police chief declined to provide the age or gender of the suspect, whether the suspect was related to the girl, or where the arrest occurred. Police there received more than 200 tips that were critical to the investigation. Lily's father called police around 9 p.m. Sunday after she didn't return home. Nicolay College in Rhinelander will host a roundtable discussion about water and climate change. Attendees will be able to ask a question about Wisconsin's changing climate. Representatives from the Great Lakes Indian Fish Wildlife Commission, Wisconsin's Green Fire, and the Lac du Flambeau Tribe, and more will be there to answer questions. The event is on Thursday, May 5th, and starts at 5 p.m. at the Lakeside Center. This public conversation is free. For you Jeopardy fans out there, a Wisconsinite will be competing on the show today. Christine Clark is from De Pere, Wisconsin. She is an elementary music specialist with the Green Bay School District. Though she faces a tough matchup today, current 16-day champion Matea Rocha's winnings total almost $370,000. The city of Wausau is once again participating in No Mow May starting this weekend. Participating yards will be exempt from upkeeping their lawn for the entire month of May. The movement was created to raise awareness for pollinators that often rely on native plants and flower species as they come out of hibernation. Signs are not required to participate in No Mow May, but if you do want to sign, the Wausau City Hall has around 100 left. No Mow May runs from May 1st to May 31st. And though May is close, it's cold out there, Jeff. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Willard joins now. Another chilly day out there, but we did get some sunshine.
Yeah, you early risers saw lots of cloud cover early today, but then look what happened. The sun came out, and we've had nothing but sunshine all afternoon, and that gave temperatures a boost. We are now back in the 40s. We like it there. However, it's going to be a cool night again tonight with temperatures back in the 20s and 30s. Right now, though, we're at 46 in Rhinelander with an east-northeast breeze around 10, making it feel a bit cooler outside. Over in Wausau, 49, almost 50 for you. We're getting closer, right, with that wind out of the northeast. All right, so around the horn, temperatures are hanging out basically mid-40s here to low 50s across parts of central Wisconsin. Same story for us tomorrow with highs near 49, 51 though for Friday, 53 for Saturday. And then overall temperatures near 50, the average high being 58 or so. We're not going to do that anytime soon, but overall, 50s are in our forecast through at least the middle portions of next week. Also in the forecast for tomorrow, some more sunshine. Right now, there's some clouds over to the east, some clouds off to our west. There's a little system across southern Wisconsin now, bringing them some cloud cover, but for us, lots of clear skies across here as we have a clear night ahead into tomorrow morning. So our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, some mostly clear skies again. We had lows last night near 20. Same story again tonight with low temperatures down near 22. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Saturday, April 30th, the Wisconsin Department of Justice will be holding a free prescription drug take-back event. If you have unused or unwanted medications, ointments, patches, non-aerosol sprays, inhalers, vials, or pet medication, clean out your cabinets. Don't let your old medication fall into the wrong hands by disposing of unused or unwanted medications properly. For more information on locations and accepted items, go to doseofrealitywi.gov. This information is brought to you by the Human Service Center of Forest, Vilas, and Oneida County.
Farmers are bullheaded and stubborn. They'll keep on going as long as they can. I don't want to continue doing it in the pain that I had because I knew if I'd done that, it was just going to get worse. And they took x-rays and then they found out that there was inflammation in the hips. And with the laser treatments, it seemed to go away.
Just because chronic pain is common doesn't mean you have to live with it.
Call us at 844-200-PAIN or visit us at painsolver.com to schedule your no-cost consultation today.
Jeff, I can't wait to tell you about my weekend. It was the most debaucherous, just craziness that you've ever seen.
Let's talk about it.
Well, let's start with the Teen Character Awards.
On Sunday.
That was on Sunday.
Yes.
We have some pictures from that. So, Jeff, kind of tell the viewers about this a little bit.
So this is, of course, put on by the YMCA of the Northwoods, and it recognizes teens who are doing great things across the communities, across the Rhinelander area, Eagle River, Manitowish waters. They were all there. It's a dinner / banquet / award ceremony / inspirational evening, isn't it? To see all these 29 just overachieving kids, right, doing great things with their lives, and you just know they're going to go on and do some really cool things in the future. But man, that was a fun night to recognize them and just recognize what they're doing to make their path in the world.
And I think teens nowadays, they're facing more and more distractions as more and more technology comes out and that sort of thing. So I think it was really neat to just have a night where we just celebrate them, and I hope they kind of internalize that praise.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, like, school is rough right now, right? I had a school talk a couple of weeks ago where I was at a school, and, you know, during my class, my teacher, a cell phone went off. And one of the students answered it, you know, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of strange, you know, what do I do with this, you know? And she's like talking to her mom. I'm like, would you mind putting that away? You know what I mean? So there's all sorts of distractions, but these, you know, this night wasn't about that. This night was about just these teens just doing magical things with their lives and just having them being recognized, and their parents were there, their nominators were there, and it gave us a chance to just say, you know, these large paragraphs of cool things they're doing, which made you and I, you know, our high school, you know, whatever we call it, look like nothing, right?
Exactly. Well, I want to stop talking about other people because I want to talk about number one right here,
This is
myself.
how life really is, right?
So I was on vacation Monday and Tuesday, and I really lived it up, Jeff. I went on a walk on the Bearskin State Trail. We have a map here. So if you don't know the Bearskin State Trail, it's this long trail. It goes basically from Minocqua to Tomahawk. I know I'm not exactly right there, but close enough. And I did this small section. You basically go to the Windmill Ice Cream Shop. It's in Nokomis, and you go north, and you go through like this old, I think it's all like an old train track, and you go through these beautiful lakes.
Yeah, I think it's the old Sioux Line railroad tracks that ran through there a while ago.
It could be.
Yeah.
Definitely some sort of rails to trails thing. But I want to show a video here of a beaver I saw. So let's take a look at that beaver. I've only seen maybe a handful of beavers, but I saw a lot of nature. Let's actually go to the eagles now.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
There's the beaver. Here's two eagles nesting, not nesting, but they're both hanging out together on some really tall pines.
You connected with nature.
And then finally, I have some geese, and these geese made a lot of noise, some Canadian geese. So spring, I think, has sprung.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few hiccups and speed bumps, but we're there. We're there.
And I do want to mention John Bates will be on the show this Friday. So if you have any questions, I'm going to be asking him about beavers. I feel like they're pretty disruptive.
Why are the geese loud? That'd be a good question.
Yeah, why are they honking so much? So send questions to the email that you saw earlier. We're going to take a quick break. Right after the break, we're going to head back to our How We Got Here series. Listen to Jim Bokern talk about Manitowish waters. We'll be right back.
The natural beauty of the Northwoods beckons us to play outdoors, but there is a visitor we must carefully avoid: ticks and the illnesses they carry.
I thought it was a tick bite, but my test was negative. Then I had months of joint aches, brain fog, and bad headaches.
Our medical staff is thorough, experienced, and focused on the patient.
One approach doesn't work for all. Treating a tick-borne illness requires experience in treating multiple symptoms and developing unique care plans. Call us today.
I was out here all day yesterday and didn't get a bite. Got my bait at the other guy's shop. Where'd you get yours?
Kurt's Island Sport Shop, of course.
Kurt's Island Sports Shop, downtown Minocqua.
Your home where life happens. Family and friends gather. Memories are created. Locally family-owned business serving Rhinelander, Eagle River, and surrounding areas. Come into one of our stores located in Eagle River or Rhinelander and work closely with one of our creative kitchen designers on creating your dream kitchen.
Eagle River Cabinets, building relationships, one cabinet at a time.
Save big with Menards and get 11% off everything for your project. Spend less time maintaining your deck and more time relaxing. With UltraDeck low-maintenance composite decking, we carry everything you'll need to complete your new deck project. It gives you the look of real wood without the upkeep and features a hidden fastening system for a clean, professional look. Get 11% off UltraDeck and everything in the store now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. We are continuing our How We Got Here series with our first series name, What's in a Name? And today I am joined by Jim from the Manitowish Waters Historical Society. Jim, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about the name Manitowish Waters, but I first want to just set the stage. So just tell us about the early history of the area and the community that we now know as Manitowish Waters.
Well, Manitowish Waters for thousands of years with the Ojibwe and other First Nation communities was Highway 51. Folks traveled on the rivers and the lakes, and we have strong Ojibwe seasonal communities right here on the chain. Through the treaty process, the chain's property began to transfer to initially logging companies. First, the River Drive logging companies that had an extensive camp right in downtown Manitowish Waters for the Mississippi River Logging Company, and then later for railroad logging that also took place throughout the area. As the loggers and the timber cruisers were assessing the land and harvesting the forest resources, certain pioneers began to call this place home. They were no longer the transient workers. And at that time, we have the development of our resort industry, guides, and a lot of great traditions. And it's starting about the 1880s, we see those guides, and by the 1890s, resorts starting to emerge in what is now Manitowish Waters, Wisconsin. But we went through quite an evolution in our identity in those early years.
All right, Jim. So we kind of have an identity forming right now. Like you said, pioneers are starting to settle down in the area. Let's bring us to the first name, seems like of many names that Manitowish Waters went through.
Well, Manitowish Waters in the 1890s was part of the Lac du Flambeau Township. And that, again, goes back to those strong Ojibwe roots within our community, linked with the trade routes and Lac du Flambeau itself. Seasonal villages existed on certainly Rest Lake and Manitowish Lake that were affiliated with Lac du Flambeau. The community itself continued to develop for some time and began to prosper within the chain of lakes. And Lac du Flambeau and what is now Manitowish Waters is actually separated by a pretty significant swamp, which made travel between the two areas a little bit more difficult. And then there was a movement in 1927 to create a new township called Spider Lake. Spider Lake would be a 6 by 6 miles traditional township, and it was based right at the narrows between Manitowish Lake and Spider Lake as you travel on Highway 51 between Greer's Pier and the Blue Bayou. And that community sprung up, and it was formally established in 1928. It's interesting, though, the name Manitowish Waters was used as branding for the area starting in 1900 by some of those early pioneers and resort owners, particularly the Buck family, George Washington and Fayette Buck. They created 2 maps, one in 1900, one in 1905, that really branded the chain of lakes as Manitowish Waters. It went along with some of their other resorts up in what they called the Turtle Waters, which is now Winchester. But moving back to Manitowish Waters, we had an anomaly, a strange circumstance in that we didn't have a post office. And our post office officially was Manitowish, where the train came. We did not have our own train depot here, which makes us unique too. So ultimately, the idea was we needed to have our own post office and our own identity. And by 1939, we thought that Manitowish Waters would have to be adopted as our new name because there was already a Spider Lake, Wisconsin. So in 1939, they renamed our township and our community Manitowish Waters.
So there was going to be Spider Lake, but just because there was another Spider Lake, Wisconsin, they had to change it, and they went with Manitowish Waters, which I'm assuming is based on the name of the nearby lake. Can you tell me the origin of the word Manitowish?
Yeah, that's really a matter of some debate here within the community, and I'll give you a couple of citations that we have. First of all, there is a legend that is predominant that Manitowish, Manitou, there's no debate there, that means spirit, but the term wish, some believe that it was part of a Ojibwa chief who was a war chief that had a summer residence on Manitowish Lake. And indeed, there is an Ojibwa village on Manitowish Lake. Well, he was notorious for being troublesome, and they named it Manitowish. And the Manitowish chain, the Manitowish River, all those names started to appear in historic maps in about 1832 and were really quite consistent. But there are other sources for other interpretations for the name of Wish. One from the Wisconsin Historical Society means that it translates to lodge or animal lodge. That also is found on the Ojibwa People's Dictionary, comes up with the same definition. Another definition that comes from the Wisconsin Historical Society says that wish means weasel or muskrat. So we have a little local legend, some stories, and some different sources that really lend itself to this debate.
So Manitou means spirit in Ojibwe, and it sounds like wish could have 3 possible definitions from what people understand. Or more, yes. That's right. But the 3 common ones you mentioned would be wish, referring to kind of a notorious chief,
yes.
Or a lodge, or a muskrat/weasel. Is that
yes.
right?
Correct.
Jim, anything else? We finally made it to Manitowish Waters in, was it 1927?
No, that was Spider Lake. We transitioned in 1939 from Spider Lake to Manitowish Waters.
Got it, 1939. We're finally here at Manitowish Waters. So thank you for bringing us on this journey. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
There are amazing stories associated with the community of Manitowish and Waters and the surrounding communities. And we invite folks to explore those on our websites and online, and to send us any questions they may have at the Manitowish Waters Historical Society.
All right, Jim, thank you so much for joining us on Up North at 4 and our How We Got Here series.
Thank you.
Research shows that adding menthol actually makes tobacco more addictive. And this is a real issue. Tobacco companies have been targeting low-income neighborhoods and racial and ethnic groups for decades. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
A box can be essential, then recycled for a move, and then help brighten breakfast, or bring fresh scents in a tube. What starts as a box for detergent can become one with a helpful seam. All part of the circle of caring for our natural resources and trees. Recycling your boxes and paper products helps nature thrive. Be a force for nature and choose sustainable, recyclable paper and packaging.
Wet basement got you down? Is that damp, musty odor preventing you from using your home the way you want to? A wet, damp basement is a real problem that can worsen asthma and allergies, affect indoor air quality, and even damage your valuables. Let SureDry protect your home. When it comes to basements, nobody does it better. SureDry will transform your basement into dry, usable space and improve the air quality of your entire home. Call SureDry today.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Our kids have to navigate a world that is crowded with flashy tobacco products and manipulative tactics most parents don't know anything about. Tobacco companies are working hard to keep young people hooked and parents out of the loop. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
Jeff, are we on television right now?
I think we may be on TV. Are we on TV now?
I'm waiting for my director
James, our
to
director,
say...
are we on?
Okay, we are on
okay,
television.
Good.
Okay, so we're going to learn about some Zoom humor.
Zoom humor,
so let's
got
take
it.
a look at this.
Excited for this presentation. I dug into the numbers, and as you can see here,
Joey, it looks like you're frozen. You're frozen, Joey. Erich, do you know what he's...
Yeah, I'd love to pop it. I mean, I've been working on this all week long.
Okay. You're not... your fan's still moving, idiot. No, you're not frozen. What the hell, man?
I guess I'll just jump in. I don't know what's going on today, but it seems pretty clear that we need it.
Okay. Wow. I think... Joey, I can see Holly walking around behind you. You weren't even frozen. You guys are morons. I don't think...
You guys, you know what? They're having connectivity issues. I'm happy to take over. I do know all the numbers.
Mason, you're watching The Professor. I can see it on in the background behind you. And Timmy's eating chips.
I just think that was so fun.
It is. Your hand's still moving, you idiot. Your hand's still moving, you idiot.
Oh, sorry, I was frozen there. Okay, well, something else that happened last night is that star basketball player from the Milwaukee Bucks was on Instagram Live, and you're going to love this, Jeff. To relax, he takes Oreos from, the Oreo containers and puts them in glass containers.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that just...
Like, is he stacking them?
He's
like,
he just
like
takes them out,
thing?
and he just puts them in glass containers. And he was doing this last night.
See, I don't know, because the packages for Oreos have those like self-sealed tops to them, which keeps them kind of fresh, right? With putting them in the big glass jar.
That's what I would
them dry
think.
out.
I don't know if he's eating those Oreos or he's just organizing them.
Because there's nothing worse than like a dry Oreo.
Do you have anything that you do that's kind of silly to relax? I can start with me. Whenever I just press the dishwasher button and it starts washing, for some reason I just get this inner sense
like
of
it's a
peace.
moment for you? Like
it's like, oh, I'm doing work right now, but I'm not actually doing work. Do you have anything
and then
like
when you open the door, it comes out,
and
5 minutes late, whatever.
Wonderful.
I know. I can't think of what I do for that, but I remember that one time you cleaned your bathroom and it like just gave you
let's not mention that for the long-time foreheads. I had some bad feedback on that one. I think my landlord reached out to me. He's like, you really need to take better. Oh, well.
You cleaned your bathroom. That's good. You should like that.
I think let's just take a commercial break because now I'm rattled once you brought up the bathroom. So we'll be right back and we're going to take a final look at your weather.
Keep all the dust, pollen, and allergens out of your home this spring with the new Eco Sky windows exclusively from Mad City Windows. We're Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for high-quality windows that combine unmatched performance with distinctive style, custom-made to fit any size opening. And now's the time to save during our spring blowout sale. Save $750 on a house full of new windows, interest-free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Target gift card with purchase. But act now, and we're going to double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. Double your interest-free financing from 12 to 24 months, and double your bonus. Receive a $200 Target gift card with the purchase of new windows. From Wausau and North Central Wisconsin, call 715-690-3085. Let me give you that number again, 715-690-3085.
They open up and they come in so you can clean the inside or the outside and everything. Right in here, you don't have to get ladders or anything like that there to clean them.
If your old drafty windows are hard to open, hard to close, and impossible to clean, then call Mad City Windows. Our exclusive Eco Sky windows deliver brilliant design, beauty, and efficiency to your home in a variety of eye-catching styles. Now's the time to save during our spring blowout sale. Save $750 on a house full of new windows, interest-free financing for 12 months, $100 Target gift card with purchase. But act now and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows, double your interest-free financing from 12 to 24 months, and double your bonus. Receive a $200 Target gift card with the purchase of new windows. Call for a free estimate at 715-690-3085. Let me give you that number again, 715-690-3085.
Come out to Northern Pines and leave the cooking to us. Have a cold drink and relax as you enjoy the beautiful view of the lake and great food. Try our Friday night fish fry and seafood buffet. Come out to Northern Pines on Butternut Lake. Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Well, here's some exciting news, Jeff. The Windmill Ice Cream Shop. I did windmill with an E at the end. Jeez Louise. Anyway, it's coming back in a week. They just announced that on Facebook. This is also where that section of the Bearskin Trail I mentioned earlier starts. But here's the deal, Jeff. Actually, you talk weather.
It's the windmilly. You had it on there.
Yeah, the windmill.
No windmills needed tonight. We'll have a calm wind after midnight with lows down near 22 tomorrow. Back up near 50
Well,
again.
it was so fun, Jeff, to come on.
Does your group have more cavities than theirs? Do all of the hippies seem to get the jump on you?